Hey peeps, Shea with O.W.N Health and Strength, and today we're going to slow it down a little bit and cool down. So I say it jokingly, but it's actually really important to do after your workout or after activity, just to allow your body to come back down to like a resting state. So when you've like hyped yourself up, went on a great run, played a great game of volleyball, or even had like a bad version of any of those, it's just nice to do a cool down because it lets your body kind of like reset back into its normal rhythm. So we're going to start out with a standing wide-legged forward fold. Wide is whatever you make it. So it might be here, might be here, might be here. Doesn't matter to me. You do you. All of this is about how you feel. So your stuff may not look like my stuff, right? We're all different humans, and that's cool. So you are going to start with your toes pointing forward. Imagine you're trying to slide your feet together, but they stay planted. So you're creating tension in your inner thighs, nice long torso, and you're going to hinge your hips back. So we're going to start by keeping a flat back. I'm going to show you this way. So start by keeping a flat back, push your hips back, feet are engaged and squeezing together so you're nice and supported in the joints. And you're just going to take a couple breaths here. So imagine you had my poofy bun and you're pushing it forward. So your neck's getting long. And then on your exhale, you're going to bend your knees and go down and just relax. So it's going to be different for everyone. Not everyone is going to look like me. Some people might have their head on the ground by now. Some people might be up here and looking at me like I'm insane. So you're going to start out there. Take a few deep breaths here. And then I'm going to swivel so you can see. You are going to reach your hands forward, up, and over. So you're going to get a nice stretch. I feel this from like the back of my arm all the way down towards my hips. You may not feel it there. You might feel it in a different space, but you are creating a nice long side body. So you're not just cranking over to the side, you're going up and over. And now you're going to breathe into your stomach. So you're going to try and fill up your stomach with air, push it out, take up space, and then exhale, walk back to the center. Feet still squeezing in. Now I'm going to inhale, go up and over to my right side now, creating a nice left side body stretch. Fill up your stomach with air. Exhale, back to the center. So now that you're in the center, you're going to take a big breath in again. Make sure those feet are squeezing in. And then I like putting my hands on my hips. You might walk up, but you're going to come back up to your standing position. So if that's not a thing for you, from down here, you kind of just walk your hands back up and stand up. So ease out of all of these. This is a very like good feeling for your body type thing, right? And this is also the Cliff Notes version, so take as long as you want in each of these positions. Next thing we're going to do is half kneeling quad stretch with reach. So I'm going to start with the half kneeling part. One leg is going to be up, one leg is going to be down. This is a half kneeling position. You can have the back toes up or down, whatever you feel most grounded with. And then I'm going to tell you to like think about pulling this femur bone into hip socket and kind of pushing that hip forward. So I'm pressing my back foot into the ground, or I'm pressing my toes into the ground. I'm squeezing my left glute forward and pulling my right femur into hip socket. So I feel a pretty intense sensation because my hips are really tight. But a nice quad stretch right here. And the way that you're engaging your femur and like pressing into the ground, you're kind of making it a continuous movement. So instead of just stretching my left quad, I'm engaging everything down here. So like it's all working as one thing as opposed to like one specific muscle together. So anyway, this is the half kneeling part. This might be enough for you. If you want more, you can reach whatever side is down. So this is my left leg. I'm going to reach my left arm way up towards the ceiling without shrugging my shoulder up, but I'm going to imagine making this side of my body super, super long. And one way that helps you do that is breathing. So you're going to take a big breath in through your stomach. Exhale, reach a little higher, feel a little deeper stretch into the quad. And then we'll go to the other side. So ease out of it. I'm going to show you this side from the front so I can show you a few other things that you can try. So establishing back leg, pulling front femur into hip socket, which makes this stretch a little bit more even, and kind of tucking my hips under so I feel my right quad stretching. I'm going to reach my right fingers up, take a big breath in, and if you still want more past this, you can reach slightly up and over to the opposite side. So I'm reaching over to my left now, so I feel a stretch in the right side of my body and the right part of my leg. Clearly I feel a lot because that didn't make any sense, but right side stretching. So inhale back, that is that one. Again, take your time with it. You can alternate going back and forth. You can do whatever you want, but take time with it because it does, hips get tight on most people. You're special in a lot of ways, but if you have tight hips, join the club. So next one, we're gonna do seated forward fold. So your legs are gonna be out. Again, make this your own. Doesn't have to look like what I look like. Honestly, probably won't because we're different people and that's what's cool. So pull your toes up. Your knees can be bent. I'm gonna start with mine like pretty bent, to be honest. Gonna reach way up towards the ceiling so you can kind of like pull your butt muscles to the side and feel your sits bones or your butt bones touch the ground a little bit more. Then reach way, way up, super long torso, and then go up and over and relax down. So you're kind of like laying on top of your legs, or maybe not. If you don't feel comfortable, or if you feel like maybe for your anatomy it would feel better to go a little bit wider, totally fine. It's all about you right now. So like, do you, do what feels good, take care of yourself. And then when you find the position that feels good for you, you're just gonna relax your head over so you feel a stretch in your neck. My low back is a little tight from deadlifts the other day, so loving this right now. And when you're ready, tuck your chin and then slowly kind of come out of it. So from here, we are gonna do a supine twist. So supine just means forward, like palms up. So supine, and there's lots of different ways that we can do this. I am going to show you two. So laying with your arms out to the side or hands on your ribs, doesn't matter to me, do what feels best for you. I'm going to go out, at least on this one. So from here, I'm going to take a breath in. As I exhale, I'm just going to drop my knees over to one side, making sure both of my shoulders stay on the ground. And you probably guessed what I'm going to say next, but you're going to breathe a lot. So you're gonna try and fill up your stomach as much air as possible. So big, big breath in. And if this is hard for you, that's okay. Work on breathing too, because even though it's a basic function, you use like 27 muscles to breathe, and a lot of us don't use all of those to the best of their abilities, or we don't focus on strengthening them. I know I didn't until, you know, a pandemic forced me to. So inhale, exhale, back to center, and then over to the other side. So you can hang out here however long you want. I recommend using the exhale to come back up. So inhale, exhale, back up. And that just helps keep your trunk engaged and feel nice and supported through it. So that's the first option, is with both feet on the ground and just going through it. If you are prone to having lower back pain, if you have super long legs, that might be a good place to start for you. The next one, if you want a little bit more, is you're going to push one leg out, pull one knee up to your chest, and then shoulders are going to stay on the ground. You're going to drop the knee across the body. So this one's going to be a little bit more intense, and you can put that foot on the straight leg. And again, breathe, take your time, fill up your stomach, push it out, and then exhale back to center, switch sides, pull up, cross over, and just pushing my mic pack, sorry if the sound gets weird, and back to center. So take your time with those again. I tried to make this little routine like starting up and then slowly like sinking into the floor and calming you down. So our final thing, and my favorite, two more things, sorry, I'm getting excited. So second to last thing, cannonball breathing. So If you've ever jumped into a pool and said, "Cannonball," that's the shape you're gonna make. And if you haven't, you've probably seen it in movies. And if not, pull your knees up to your chest and kind of like wiggle your butt bones forward and then up. So you're kind of scooping your tailbone up and under. And then if that makes you feel like you're like this, you can get a little support for your head. Or you can kind of ease out of the cannonball. So the point is to bring your knees up towards your chest in whatever capacity. They can also be wide if that feels better for you. But you're going to be pushing your stomach against your legs or towards your legs. If it doesn't happen, totally fine. Especially if you're part of the tight hip club like me. So if you're a human. I'm just kidding. I don't want to exclude anyone if they don't have tight hips. But you are just going to hug yourself a little bit and breathe. So you're trying to actively push your belly button towards the tops of your legs as you inhale. And then as you exhale, try and get a little deeper into your stretch. So if you're starting out here, that's totally fine. Take a big breath in, fill up your stomach. As you exhale, maybe pull your knees towards you a little bit. Just see what feels good, right? So now is the final thing. I was getting excited about it because I like cannonball breathing, but then I remembered corpse pose. So you'll notice a lot of these are very yoga-y or have a base in yoga. Yoga's wonderful if you don't do it, but aside from that, these are also really nice like restorative positions for your body to be in. So with corpse pose, you're gonna lay on the ground, and I like calling it get little kid heavy, so you know when like a kid is having a moment where they don't want to be picked up and they just go limp. But for those of you who want more instructing, you're going to lay on the ground, kind of shrug your shoulders down and back, so you kind of like externally rotate your upper arm bones, palms are facing up, shoulders shrug down, and then just try to relax everything. And if you're anything like me, sometimes people telling you to relax is more stressful than it's helpful. So one thing that's helped me is starting at my toes and thinking about my toes and thinking about them relaxing, and then thinking about my ankles and thinking about them relaxing, and then my shins, my knees, and I have my own little method of scanning up, but just try and hang out and try to take out any tension in the body. So like try and take out anywhere you feel like your muscles are holding. If you feel like some joints need to be, like take whatever movement you need to, and then try to find complete stillness. Close your eyes, put something over your face if you want to block out the light. And normal breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Filling up your stomach and kind of calming down from everything you just did. Okay, so I'm getting super relaxed, and before I fall asleep on camera, we're gonna finish this, but take as long as you want in all of these positions. So part of why I like ending the cool down with corpse pose is what it does for your nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system specifically speaking. So you have your sympathetic nervous system, which is like fight or flight. It's usually what we use throughout the day, kind of like gets you ready to go and you handle doing that, right? But the parasympathetic nervous system is rest and digest. So it allows you to like calm your nervous system. So not just like take a deep breath and calm down, which is annoying when people tell you, but it actually does signal to your body that like it's okay to chill out and maybe go through some restorative processes. Let your brain kind of like quiet the noise a little bit. And these are all things that I've learned very recently that have made a tremendous impact in my overall health and honestly the way my body feels. I used to be in pain all the time, and adding things like this in has helped me fix that, along with like physical therapy, improving my sleep, improving my water consumption, and just like managing my stress better. But I hope that this all can be helpful for you, and I hope that you like take this all with a grain of salt, right? But I hope that you can find some way that you can do a routine like this and it calms you down and like gives you a little bit of quiet, because the world we live in now doesn't make a lot of space for that. So sometimes we have to, and I hope you can, and I hope you do it, and I'm proud of you for trying. So good luck, let me know if you need any help, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.